Hey YouTube. So I kind of want to do a vlog video on my Robbie channel here. So I got some plans for the farm, doing some more cold starts. Since I tried to attempt to start that F-250 1969 Ford, I need to get it running, but I'm going to have to see why the antifreeze is leaking and fix that issue first. Which if I can't fix it, I won't be able to do that start, because I think the water pumps out, or there's a hose. I'd have to take a look at it, but it wouldn't hurt just to dump a little gas in there just to see if it actually fires in the carburetor. Take that stupid oil bath thing off so it doesn't blow up and catch fire, and just fill the carburetor float chamber up and just put a little gas inside the 2-barrel carburetor, and we'll see if it'll fire. If it'll fire, well, then we know it's got spark and we know it has potential to run. Then we'll have to figure out what's wrong with the radiator and or the water pump or whatever, because last time we drove it, it just gushes antifreeze out just like a steady stream, like a spigot, a faucet. Just green antifreeze just comes out all over. We can't figure out where it's coming from. That's why we retired that one and bought that brown Ford diesel to replace that. And then now the brown Ford diesel got replaced for that white Power Stroke, and so it's moving on. Now, brown Ford diesel, we're not going to do anything with that this year. That is out of the question. It's just, it never got fixed right. It's just, I don't want to go there. And then also, the Super M, I don't know if I put this update video out, but I took the spark plug out, the first one next to the battery. I could not get the spark plug out. I finally got it out. It was all rusted. The cylinder was all rusty in there. All of the other spark plugs from on 4 cylinders was fine. So I dumped a little bit of engine oil, synthetic oil. I squirted it into each piston, cleaned the spark plugs, and put them in there. But what I'm going to do is, I can't do any cold start videos at the farm for at least a couple weeks or longer, because it's going to be raining all week. We're supposed to get an inch of rain tonight, and tomorrow another 1/4 of an inch, and we're supposed to be windy and cold and a little bit of snow Thursday. So it's going to be too darn cold to be filming and doing anything like that, even though it's indoors. Also, we have a rummage sale at my house here, so I won't be able to leave to do anything. I have to be here because it's my house, and I want nobody trips around in my basement here. So also, we're going to take the spark plugs out of that Farmo, hook a battery up, and see if it'll squirt that oil out, see if it'll crank, and see if it'll, but my dad claims that them Super M, them starters lock up on them. You have to take the starter off and turn them. They seem to do that, so I'm thinking if it doesn't do that, then maybe take a little wrench and try to turn the harmonic balancer below. If that doesn't turn, then it's really seized. If it does turn and the starter doesn't work, then the starter needs to be taken off and redone, because the starter's got oil all over it. So I may take the starter off anyway just to check it out, because, you know, might as well. The Massey Ferguson 65, I'm going to want to get some warmer this summer. I gotta get that gas tank drained out and clean the sediment bowl out on that Farmo too. Flush it out, put carburetor cleaner and redo the carburetors, and put a kit in that Massey Ferguson. Also did that in the Farmo. You cannot run that old gas through that carburetor, that greeny slime stuff, otherwise you will destroy everything in the engine. We know the Massey Ferguson tractor starts, so I don't think we'll have a problem with that. I'm sure it'll have spark. I'm sure it'll start. I guarantee it will. I don't want to give it ether because it's got an oil bath air cleaner, and yeah, you probably know what I'm talking about. And then also, somebody wanted me to start the Massey Ferguson 760 Combine. It's not going to be started because it's missing battery ends. The radiator is shot. There's no antifreeze in it. The oil's on add. The starter is locked up, I believe. And the engine has a very bad problem running. It kind of backfires and stuff. I never knew a diesel could do that, but that diesel thing is scary. I don't like that Combine. It's been sitting there since 2001. It's got 7,000 hours on it. It gets air in the lines, and it'll only run what it wants to, and then you have to sit out in the field and crack every injector and bleed it and prime it, and then you finally get it started after hanging it on the starter for about 10 minutes. You combine a little bit, and then she dies on you. Then you have to open each injector and prime it again. That's the reason why it's sitting there. We had 10 mechanics look at it. They can't figure out what's wrong with it. They tried putting a field pump in there, a Murphy switch. They tried everything. They can't figure out what's wrong with it. I think the engine's shot because it burns oil like any other combine we have. You know, they're war and it gets hot, and then that shaft. Our International don't burn a lot of oil, but it'll burn oil. It's hot. Our Massey 860 we had, V8 Perkins diesel, full-wheel drive, that had 8,000 hours on it. That was shot. We had duct tape on everything. That burnt oil. And then my grandpa's combine he bought was 2 years old. It was a two-wheel drive V8 Perkins diesel, 1976, and that one burnt oil too. But it was the engine was shot on that too, and wasn't too good. We sold it on the auction. Went to Ohio. Somebody in Ohio bought it. Anybody from Ohio? It has a Massey Ferguson 760. You probably got our old combine. Also, the 860 Massey Ferguson 65 went, or no, 860 Massey Ferguson combine. I think that went to Minnesota. So some small farmer from Minnesota got that. Whoever got that, I'd be surprised if you get. If it'd be cool if actually somebody had a video of it and it's still going today, because it was not in good shape when we had it. We had put so many hours on it, but we always had to fix and fix. This International is getting that way too, you know, it's getting wore out. Like I said, we broke the axle in the back and lost the whole thing, the wheel and then the front, you know, it's common. But however, that's my plan for this summer. Also, my ATV Honda Rincon 650cc, that green four-wheeler, the engine is completely died now. I don't know what's wrong. It's probably a cam out of time. It won't fire at all. The starter can't even turn it over. I can't pull rope it. I don't know. It must be out of time. The valves won't stay adjusted. The battery's shot already, and it's got a flat tire and all that. And front wheel bearings are out. I don't feel like spending money fixing it. It's got 13,000 miles or more. 1,700 hours. Like I said, I'm going to spend my money on my Avalanche because my dad really wants me to fix that four-wheeler because we got a John Deere diesel Gator. I don't think I've ever did a video on that. It's a 2006. We bought it brand new. It's got the original battery still in it. It's a three-cylinder Yanmar diesel engine. I think it's like 30 horsepower. It goes 20 miles per hour. We just put a enclosed cab on it now. Doesn't have hydraulic box. We did win a Gator one time, but we sold it. They had a 30 horsepower Yanmar and had hydraulic lift and camouflage, but we got a $16,000 Gator for free. We won it, but I wish my dad wouldn't have sold it. But anyway, like I said, that's what we plan to do. I plan to do. It's my job to get them old tractors going. How many minutes is recording? My battery's finally going dead. I've been recording. I've only charged this camera twice since I've owned it in the last 2 weeks. But that's what I plan to do. And you see them lines going across? I haven't adjusted the camera yet, so you just have to deal with it. I also sold my Canon T5 already, so I removed that video off of YouTube. So I sold it. I wish I got a little bit more out of it, but hey, at least it's got some. So yeah, we're gonna do that. Do all them cold starts. I got yawned in every video. So anyway, guys, I thought I'd upload one more video, and then I'm gonna upload some more videos on the reaction channel. Don't forget to subscribe to the reaction channel. Then I'll be reacting to Psycho Dad and farm videos, a bunch of stuff. But my main channel here, I want to build it as farm and auto and cold starts and stuff. So probably cold starts here and a little bit of vlogs there. I don't know. Haven't decided. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe as always, and follow me on Twitter on my channel over there. It'll say follow me on Twitter. Alright guys, till next time.